A stunning $50 million rape lawsuit against former NFL star and sports commentator Shannon Sharpe has come to a conclusion, just days after some civil court drama out in Las Vegas. We're taking a look at the latest developments with celebrity criminal defense attorney Bradford Cohen. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law & Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and today for Jesse Weber. A bombshell announcement in the huge lawsuit filed by a Jane Doe against sports commentator and podcaster Shannon Sharpe. The litigation has come to an end thanks to an out-of-court settlement. Tony Busby, the high-profile and sometimes controversial attorney who filed the suit on behalf of Jane Doe, posted an update to Instagram on Friday, saying, quote, "On April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term, consensual, and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice." So here's some of the background regarding the accusations that Shannon Sharpe has been facing. According to this complaint, Jane Doe worked out at the same gym as Sharpe did in Los Angeles. She was 19 at the time, and she claims he had been watching her during workouts and finally introduced himself, insisting that she give him her number. The filing says Jane Doe found Sharpe physically intimidating. This is a direct quote. Over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued plaintiff.
She found him so physically intimidating, y'all, that she decided to crack them legs open for him multiple times and proceeded to tell him during intercourse that she wanted that black... I can't say it on YouTube. That's all right.
Approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning. She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA. She refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. Now,
So, this guy that physically scares you because he's physically intimidating, she said this. He was so intimidating that he wanted you to sign, he also wanted you to sign a non-disclosure agreement, to which you turned down repeatedly. And then after all of that, you decided that it was a good idea to go to this dude's house. Listen, I told y'all that this was a lineup from the beginning. It wasn't even a question of whether or not she was in it for the money and this was all just a cash grab. We knew that from the start. However, what has now happened is, with this settlement, I don't know how much money she got. We're probably never going to find out that figure. We all know she was suing for $50 million. I believe that he probably actually paid for her anywhere from 6 to 7 to 10 up to upwards of $10 million, to the point to where she is now decided that, you know what, I can stop doing OnlyFans work now. She said, I can quit OnlyFans now. I can quit busting it open for $13.99 a month. I ain't got to do that no more. Which tells me that she got broke off a nice piece of change.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Here it is. Shannon Sharpe's accuser, Gabriella Zuniga, retires from OnlyFans after her $50 million lawsuit is settled and dismissed. I think he paid her anywhere probably close to like $10 million, y'all. But whatever that sum was, whatever that total was, it was obviously enough for her to say, for her plain-faced ass to say, okay, I am done with OnlyFans. Again, the woman accused, the pro football player, has officially retired Saturday, July 19th from the adult site, penning a farewell message to her Instagram followers and mentioning fresh starts. Of course you got a fresh start, bitch. You got millions of dollars. from this guy that you had a consensual sexual relationship with, I bet the matter has been resolved. I bet the matter has been closed. I bet it has. I bet you did retire. So, she's retired from OnlyFans with the cash grab that she's had. And the terrible thing about this is that Shannon Sharpe, at the time that this happened, was reportedly in talks to get a $100 million contract with somebody from somewhere. And as soon as this case broke, as soon as this news broke, that deal was assuredly swept off of the table. We have watched Shannon Sharpe's podcast take a hit. We have watched his brand deals take a hit. We have watched his overall media persona and his presence take a hit, a massive hit. Because at the time that this happened, Shannon Sharpe was at the top of the mountain, y'all. Top of the mountain. The Cat Williams interview catapulted Shannon Sharpe into the stratosphere, and there was only a couple people who could possibly reach him at the level that he was at before this happened. Shannon Sharpe was probably due to surpass Stephen A. Smith in terms of revenue, media presence, and media persona. I don't even question whether or not that was a fact or not. Shannon Sharpe was wildly popular. His name had become a household name across the media landscape. And this literally almost destroyed his entire media career. He had to take a step back from ESPN because Disney ain't playing that. We saw that with Jonathan Majors. So he had to take a step back from ESPN. We don't even know, even with this settlement now, we don't even know because it doesn't say that nothing wrong was done. That's the unfortunate thing about it. This doesn't say that there was no wrongdoing. It doesn't clear his name, and it can't undo the accusations. So what's done is done. The damage is assuredly done. The damage here is still remains. And you can see the after effects of it taking place and taking effect on Shannon Sharpe's life as we speak. He has still not been able to come anywhere close to the popularity and fame that he had and the notoriety that he had before this happened. And if I had to guess, I would say that he won't either. He won't be able to. Because once you've had your name doused in fire and flame and attached to an assault case, I'm not going to say it's the point of no return because he could still go on to do big things, but somebody would have to take a risk on him. And I don't know if ESPN or Disney is ready to do that. Will he be back? I don't know. Because this doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove that he was right. It doesn't prove that the allegations that were alleged against him